Hi Leo, this is your March forecast. It's a big month this month because we've got the eclipses, a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. And whenever we have eclipses, we've got more powerful energy going on, more powerful opportunities to make transformational changes in your life. And the energy of these eclipses can last for at least 6 months afterwards, if not longer. And you're probably going to pick up on the energies of the eclipses maybe a week or two before they even happen. So let's look at this month. On the 6th of the month, we've got Mars joining Saturn in your 5th house. If ever there was a wonderful time for starting a business, for getting an idea off the ground, this is a wonderful time for you, dear Leos. It's a good time for putting energy into your children or to young people, and it's also a wonderful time for putting energy into anything creative. And Leos, you are super duper creative, most of you really are, and then making that creative energy with Saturn there possibly into a business, something that can earn you some money as well as bring you tremendous enjoyment. As well, some of you may be getting into a romance, a new kind of a relationship that could end up being quite a serious relationship as well because of the Saturn energy there. Also on the 6th of the month, we've got Mercury coming into this 8th house. As you can see, we've got a lot going on in the 8th house. For those of you not so familiar with the houses, check out my free video, Houses in Astrology, on YouTube, and it may help you with understanding these monthly forecasts. So this 8th house, when there's a lot of focus on the 8th house, this is very much about you going within, looking inside of yourself more, taking time out to be quiet. But it's also a wonderful time for raising money of any kind from other people. Maybe an investment, a grant, a scholarship, something that involves money from somebody else is really rather possible this month for you to begin to get it going, or maybe even to have it come to fruition during the next few months, especially because the new moon solar eclipse on the 8th or 9th of March, depending where you live, is also in that 8th house. Wow! So the 8th house is about other people's money. It could be if you're in a relationship that your spouse or partner gets a new boost of income or a new opportunity financially. It's also a very good time, the new moon solar eclipse, for getting your taxes done, for dealing with insurances, banks, mortgages, loans, all those kinds of things. You can really get things moving now because a new moon solar eclipse indicates new beginnings, new possibilities. And it's also an opportunity really to look at trust issues. Those could well come up because it's the house of the 8th house, looking at issues around trust. Who can you trust? Who do you need to be a little more careful around? All those kinds of issues could well come up during this month, particularly the first half of the month. On the 13th of the month, we've got Venus coming into this 9th house. On the 21st, the Sun, and the 22nd, Mercury. So we're moving into the second part of this month, into the 9th house. And this 9th house, my dear Leos, is all about travel, wonderful time for planning travel, going on a trip. It's also a wonderful time for anything international, any kind of international business. And it's also a wonderful time for studying something new, for learning something new, for furthering your education, for working with your mind, for finding out how very, very powerful your mind is. These are wonderful aspects for really igniting that mental energy and using it in a very positive way. Don't forget, your mind, it really dictates how your body is going to behave. So whatever you practice in your mind, the body will follow. So if you want to have a more enjoyable career, if you want a relationship, whatever it is that you're wanting, it's about setting that mental intention first, and then the other things follow from that. Yes, getting into the vortex as Abraham would say, if you follow. So this is a wonderful time for your spiritual growth, for going on retreats, for going to seminars, trainings, maybe going to give the training yourself and you'll be coaching others. It's wonderful for writing, for publishing, for getting information out there. Maybe you're going to start a blog. Maybe you could have a very successful book out there. Maybe it's time to write that book that you've always said is inside of you. All those things are possibilities with that energy in that 9th house for you. And on the 23rd of March, we've got a lunar eclipse happening in your 3rd house. And so the lunar eclipse triggering for you looking at your social life a little bit. There may be some changes in your surroundings. It would also be a wonderful time to look at networking. How can you do a little more networking with the people around you, maybe even neighbours you could connect with? All too often we don't even know our neighbours. There could be some wonderful neighbours out there that could be very, very interesting. They might be friends, they might even be a lover in there. You never can tell. And with the 3rd house as well, again, we're getting this focus on learning. It might be a really good time for studying something, teaching something, but equally bringing this element of learning awareness into your consciousness all the time. Maybe at the end of the day, really assessing, what did I learn today? What went well? What could have gone better? And why? And then starting off your day saying, what would I like to learn today? Really setting some intentions with your mental energy, because this is going to produce some wonderful results for you. All the things that you're wanting, more money, better relationship, better career, more fulfillment, all those things, all the things that you're wanting are really come first from this mental and spiritual alignment. So that's your real opportunity this month, dear Leos. Isn't this exciting? So I thank you very much for commenting, sharing, subscribing, and I always love to hear from you. Have a wonderful month. Bye for now.